Hey everybody, welcome to Alliance War number 2 of the off-season. We're taking in Emma Phoenix, and this time Vision, not Archangel. I have a rank 235 6-star dupe Void as the immunity mini-boss, and I have no illusions. I don't think I'm gonna take this guy down, so without any items at least, and so I thought Vision might help me get close. So let's jump in here. First node is number 6. I did make some adjustments, as you can see. We should be able to see a little bit more of the stuff, so I can see right clearly that that's a Mystic champion. So no Mystics are showing up on the screen here, so we're going to jump into the fight. It's a 6-star, so I'm thinking probably Loki. Now, I take in Phoenix even with the class disadvantage just because I know that she's got the regen, she's got the failsafe in case. I still have suicides on, so it's a little risky. I did get clipped by the Loki there, and it's kind of tricky to punish this guy if the opponent has parry, the parry mastery, so I'm a little worried. Don't want to get hit by that and have him steal all the buffs. Maybe he's got Mystic Dispersion. I'm taking the block damage on purpose because I'm going to probably try and heal this the girl up a little bit. Maybe get another heavy off, and then 7 should, if I don't have suicides on, 7 should definitely heal me all the way up to full. But in this case, the Liquid Courage definitely takes its toll, 30% healing. So now that I've got a decent amount of Furies, I can put in some good work on this guy. I'm going to try and get a special 2 out of Loki here. It shouldn't be too hard. Yep, he's pretty liberal with that special 2. And now that I'm in Overload, it's actually pretty cool. Get the stun there, I can go in for a heavy there with the armor break, and I'll be able to go in for a pretty heavy 5-hit combo there. And then the Overload wears off eventually, and I just gotta dodge one more special 2. And look, he's gonna go down. I should have maybe used my special 3 there to save myself one more parry, but it's not that bad. So moving on to node, actually, we should be on node number 14, not number 9. So that is going to be a 6-star science champion, as you can see there. Guys, let me know if this is, again, if it's maybe a little bit confusing. I'm willing to make one more iteration before season 5 starts. I know these were 2 back-to-back, but I just came up on some time. I had some free time, so I decided to go for it. I don't have tons of free time to make more iterations. So we'll talk about the layouts and stuff at the end of the war. So taking on this Luke Cage here, again, I'm not really being shy about the block damage, but then I do actually get pushed into Overload. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I don't know exactly what my plan should be. Should I try and get some Phoenix Force charges and do a heal? I think I will do that. I'll eat a recoil here, and then I'll try and get a heavy off and maybe another heavy off, eat this whole thing, so that way the next special I throw if I want to, or I can just take a hit and then that'll be a heal up right there. So that worked out pretty good for me, stayed at around 50%. It's not ideal, but it's okay. So moving on to node 33, I'm looking at a 6-star Cosmic champion. I don't know who it's going to be. So it's the Bleed Immune and the Limber, so I'm a little worried about the Limber because I plan on taking in Phoenix again. I just want... Phoenix is just a nice, sustainable option for these nodes here. She's just... I'm not going to be using a lot of potions with her, which is cool. And she's going to be able to do the damage to take out any of these champions. So I do use a parry there with the Limber. I used another parry there, kind of wasted it. And willpower is healing me just a tiny bit. It's kind of keeping me from losing too much points from Double Edge because of that power lock. And I do get parried here, and I get killed. but Phoenix saves me again, which is good. And now, okay, so now I really have to play this fight out a little bit more cautiously. So I'm not gonna try and... I'm gonna let my Furies build up naturally, and then I'm gonna go into Overload and then probably do a pretty good sizable amount of damage. So let's see if she even gets to Overload, because the Fury buildup is actually pretty slow on only 1 Phoenix Force charge. So no, she doesn't quite make it there. So we'll move on to node 40. It's the Villainy node. I hate this node. It's gonna be a 6-star Mystic champion. I've faced all these 6-stars. It's crazy. What are all these 6-stars doing? I don't know. But it could be any amount. I don't know. I'm thinking Juggernaut. That's what I'm thinking, just based on the data there. I've seen Juggernaut before on here, even unduped. So I'm thinking that's it. So I bring in Emma Frost actually. And mostly just because Phoenix was looking a little rough, and I didn't want to use any items, and I didn't think Vision would be good here because he won't be gaining any power. So I decided to bring in Emma because even without gaining power, she's going to get a pretty high. She's gonna be pretty safe. I was actually thinking before I started this fight that I made a tactical mistake because I kind of assumed that those prowess charges applied the crit rate even when she's in diamond form, but that's not the case. Those prowess charges only give crit bonuses and crit damage during her telepath form. So this was just more of a, okay, I'm gonna stay in diamond formed and be pretty tanky. If I get hit, it's not gonna do that much damage, but like it's certainly not gonna crit, right? But it could take off a chunk of my health. So I'm just being a little cautious. There's no limber, so I don't have to worry about this one too much. And I'm going to let him throw his special 2 here. Look at, she looks so cool in that diamond form, doesn't she? She looks so cool. Love Emma Frost, guys. Love her. She's very cool. And you're going to see the next node 44 versus Spider-Man Classic. Oh, man. The anti-evasion mechanic that she has is just absolutely spectacular in War. So, moving on, Spider-Man is on the list. There's a science champion ahead of me, so I'm seeing this science champion. I'm thinking, okay, it's got to be Spider-Man. It's got to be Spider-Man. So I'm taking in Emma Frost because if I'm in telepath form, he will not evade at all. So let's get in here. So the whole idea is I'm going to parry and use my heavies. I tried to do that. That didn't work, but look at that. I barely took any damage eating a 3-hit combo from Spider-Man. I can't seem to get a parry off. And he's evading a lot, so I'm like, what's going on here? Okay, so there we go. I finally get to telepath form, and look at this. It doesn't even say evade fails. It just says ignored evade. So I'm like, wow, this is very cool. I'm just not gonna throw my special because if I throw my special, it'll put me into diamond form. So I'm just gonna sit here at 3 bars of power, and I'm probably gonna feel tempted to throw this. Knowing myself, so let's see what happens. Maybe, yep. Okay, so there's something cool about her special 3 as well, which it won't. So you might think, oh, that's kind of risky throwing a special 3 when he has 2 bars of power, but it's not because the power gain is reduced by a lot. So she snaps, she slaps him, she goes into diamond form, and one more hit does it. And Spider-Man goes down. Wow, what an extremely easy fight. So now we're into the extremely hard fight. This is the worst one. It's a 6-star rank 2 void, and my first thought is to take Emma in, see if I can do some damage. Excuse me. He has so much health, 237,000 health. It is not looking good for me, guys, not at all. So I'm trying to just get some prowess at some point and build up the damage here. Even when you don't stun on a parry, you can build 2 prowess charges. Excuse me, I'm feeling a little sick actually today. But anyway, now that I'm in telepath form, I'm building them on every single crit and going in. I think I should be throwing special 2s, even though I have recoil. But I have to deal with this degen damage. Look at this degen damage, ticking for 1,000. It was ticking for 1,000 for a second, and then for some reason it ticked for like 300 afterwards. So I'm not exactly sure what that was about, but it's ticking for a lot. So you'll see here that's actually only 368, but God, it's a lot, isn't it? So you don't get a lot of room for error here. I dodge a special 2. I try to back off and do these 3 hits, right, and I get that one pretty well timed, and I get another nice special 2. He's going down, but it's not quick enough, right? So I get clipped there, and it's all over. When you get clipped by Void, it's really a problem because at that point you're gonna have to reset your 10-hit combo, and you want to be able to do those 10-hit combos, while he's while the Fear of the Void debuffs are being applied to you. So I wasn't even going to have the time. So I go back in with Vision, and and I thought I was going to get out of this, to be honest, but I'm not. Spoiler alert. So I think I just make a mistake. The main goal is that, or the main problem was that, is I usually am able to intercept his heavy attack, but for some reason I couldn't with Void, and then the debuff got on me, and then I needed to get 10 hits, so I got that off, and look at that, one special one Fear of the Void debuff, Intimidating Presence debuffs I think they're called, just basically killed me, and he did a 5-hit combo on me like a greedy bastard, and took a lot of damage off me, and that was my Void. And I just wanted to, at this point, I don't know why I did this, but it was for science. I wanted to see what going in with a non-immune champion would look like versus this Void, and watch, it's very, very bad. So automatically I'm ticking for over 1,000 every single hit, and it was just not even enough chances to get out of that fight. I was like 3 seconds and I was gonna die. So we lost the war versus SH10. Good war to you guys. It's still the off season for us. It's kind of like we're tanking. We've lost 2 in a row. We're not meaning to, but it is what it is. I did take the recommendation. I changed. I've gotten multiple recommendations to change the unit counter to a glory counter, and so I will be doing that. I've changed all the numbers to glory. You can't buy level 2 revives, even though I do occasionally use them. So I'm going to set them at the same price as level 1 revives, which, to be honest, they're actually cheaper, but because I get them for free. So I think that's probably fair. So yeah, other things to note, I did change. So I did change. You'll see here. Let me see if I can just quickly go back to node number 6 here. So you can see I did change things around a little bit. I added some backgrounds to make the map. I made this map smaller. I don't think it needs to be very big. You can just sort of glance where we are. I made the pie chart a little bigger, and I made the words more easier to read, and I made the kind of key defenders at the bottom much bigger and easier to see. Move the camera around a little bit to make more sense, and yeah, I don't know. It still might not be perfect. What I might end up doing is just removing. See, you'll notice that there's like a sort of starry background that's kind of putting a haze over everything. I might just scrap that entirely and for the next war and see what you guys think. That would be actually a very easy change. And what I could actually do is make the is just have that not be there, and then maybe you'll be able to see the background a little bit more. People will be asking like, hey, why can't you just show the war like you did before in a smaller window? I'm not sure I can do that with the way I've set it up. Maybe I'll look into it. Actually, there should be no reason why I can't do that, because I do that with the camera. So I'm not sure about that, and I can already see my camera's a little off right here. So, but I should be able to do that. So let me look into that, and we'll see what I can do. But let me know what you guys think. Work in progress. We've still got plenty of wars left. I don't want to make too many changes, but I do want it to be good for Season 5. And also, there was another point of confusion. So the plan is not to do the wars live. I'm not going to be fighting live. I'm going to be doing exactly what I did just now live. And then I'll probably take it down, change the thumbnail and description, and then go back live, maybe do some run through my 5 stars in arena and talk to people about the war. It's just an idea. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, guys, continuous improvement is the name of the game. Just want to keep getting better at it. So I'll leave it here. Don't want to ramble on too long. We'll see you guys soon. I got a podcast coming out either probably before I post this, actually, to be honest. So yeah, hopefully you guys listen to that. Take a look on iTunes. It's real coming together. I've got a lot of episodes now, so take care.